Now we move to this next chart. We have many videos and charts on this channel about electrical vehicles and batteries, but that is because that is a major disruption that has been underway over the last few years and is something that I have written about since about 2007, in fact, predicting all of this around this time, and quite accurately, I might add, if you go back to my archives on The Futurist. But this chart over here is another battery improvement chart, where this vertical axis is downwards in a logarithmic sense. The declining price of batteries per kilowatt hour, it's going down logarithmically, and over here you say cumulative megawatt hours produced. So as the price goes down, you would expect more and more batteries to be produced and more EVs to sell because they're getting cheaper and cheaper. And this trend line is quite tight, in fact. Cumulative megawatt hours of batteries shipped continues to rise. Now, what is the time axis? For that, we go over here. A very generic mid-tier car, Toyota Camry, versus an EV with a 350-mile range. As recently as 2019, such an EV would have cost twice what a Camry costs. But because of this exponential decrease in battery prices, which can also be called an exponential improvement in the cost versus energy density of batteries, you see this yellow bar continuing to fall. By 2021, $39,000. 2023, parity. Now this chart was made in 2021. Whether it's exactly at parity or not in 2023 is a noise level variance, but you can rest assured that this trend line is continuing. By 2025, an electric vehicle with a 350-mile range might be as little as $18,000. That is very inexpensive. You're getting a very high-tech car for a price that is a very low percentage of average household income relative to the entire life of automobiles. There are people out there saying that automobiles were cheaper in 1930 than they are today. That is so absurd that that is just as bad as saying that computers were cheaper in 1972 than they are today. Many people just want to sell pessimism and convince themselves of pessimism, and they don't know what they're talking about. This exponential decline in battery costs is leading to a greater proliferation of EVs, which creates more volume, which drives costs lower, and also creates a charging network that has more charging points as well. So this is already happening. That is why electric vehicles have risen from being just 1% of new cars sold as recently as 2016 to now almost 20% of new cars sold in late 2023 and rising from there. But this is another exponential technology, just like so many others, and very consistent with my atom thesis of exponential price declines for unit performance. We see that in semiconductors, in storage, in software, in internet speeds, everywhere, and now in batteries as well. And that is why exponential technology has to be observed, because a greater and greater portion of the world economy gets fused into these exponential technologies. And that is in fact the very essence of my atom thesis and the economic implications of such. Thanks for watching.